Hello! So before we begin, a bit of an announcement. I've been talking in my previous Writing Wednesdays about getting back into writing Winx Club fanfiction, and I'm happy to announce that I'm going to start posting my Winx Club fanfiction again on fanfiction.net, AO3, and Wattpad. I'm going to be posting every Friday, starting this Friday, and on top of that, when I post the chapter, I will be also having a live stream here on my YouTube channel to celebrate the new chapter. The live streams will be on that Friday, 2 p.m. Western Standard Time. It's just going to be a writing/working stream, so I hope to see you there. Hello! So this was supposed to be the topic of last week's Writing Wednesday. The last week I wanted to talk about Star Wars, so this week I'm going to be talking about my goals for 2021. I think it's fair to say that 2020 was a hard year for everybody, and it was hard to really plan for anything in 2020 because the coronavirus, everything was so uncertain, and my life was just so different in January compared to what it is now, and my expectations for this year were just so different than what it ended up being, that if I had made a 2020 goals video last year, I probably would have been totally wrong. So I'm very hesitantly going into my 2021 goals and thinking about what my goals of the year are going to be. And even in 2021, so much is still out of my control, because the first big goal of 2021, not even really related to my YouTube channel at all, is I want to move to New York this year. But my family has made it clear that I cannot move to New York until my entire family has been vaccinated. And I just don't know when that's going to be, especially because right now, cases are really bad where I live in California. And the girls I want to move to New York with, we all live in different states, and we might all get vaccinated at different times, but we're all raring to go, like now. So yeah, it's just been hard trying to plan and coordinate based on a bunch of stuff you just don't know. And I was talking to two of the girls I'm going to be moving with about this last night, and we're all just feeling so stagnated living at a home indefinitely. Also, we just feel so old. We graduated college 6 months ago, and nobody is where they expected to be when they graduated. And I know that's true for a lot of recent college grads. I think it just hits double for us, because not only did we not get our graduation, I know for me personally, I had everything set to go to the Disney college program, and when that kind of fell through, everything fell through, because that affects where I'm going to be living, it affects my job. And I know there are people saying that eventually the Disney college program will come back, and the people who got in for fall will be able to apply again, even if they've already graduated college. But just because this whole moving to New York thing is definitely going to take priority over trying to reapply for the Disney college program, I'm probably not going to reapply again, so who knows if I'll ever go back to Disney World, actually. But that's kind of my one big life goal that isn't focused on YouTube or whatever. Now, for my YouTube goals, I don't want to set a subscriber goal or even a view count goal, just because that is so far out of my control. I don't even want to really touch that. There is a Facebook support group I'm a part of that's for beauty and lifestyle YouTubers. And a few weeks ago, somebody posted a question on there being like, oh yeah, what are your goals for 2021 in terms of subscribers? And I think I said, oh, it'd be nice to have 60 subscribers. And then I'm pretty sure I started 2021 already at 64 or 65, definitely over 60. I would like to end the year with more subscribers than I start the year with, but honestly, I'm pretty happy right now with the way my subscriber count is going. Thank you guys so much. But the number of videos I put out is something that is within my control, and I think that as long as I'm still living at home, I want to put out at least one video a week. And in 2020, I was actually pretty good at doing that. I think the only big break in videos I had was when my grandfather passed away and I didn't post for 2 weeks. There might have been a week here and there early on when I didn't post, but recently at least, I've been pretty good about posting at least once a week. Social media platforms enjoy consistency, and it's just good to have different content out there frequently. And speaking of social media, I'm going to be moving on to goals for the other platforms I'm on, which is Instagram and more recently TikTok. I usually promote my Instagram in the description. My official YouTube Instagram, the one that's connected to my YouTube account, is at Kimmy Books and Makeup. There's also my personal Instagram account. I currently, as of now, haven't set it to private yet, at Tando88, which has more fun. It's more my personal Instagram account that's probably going to be more related to my acting once I'm able to get that off the ground when I move to New York. But Kimmy Books and Makeup is where I post stuff related to my YouTube account, but just for this one time, I'll link both in the description. Earlier in 2020, I actually tried posting on my Kimmy Books and Makeup Instagram consistently, and I kind of fell off the rails with that after my grandfather passed away. But for 2021, I am getting back on the social media train to try and post consistently on that Instagram again. And TikTok. I am now on TikTok. I only have one TikTok up currently. It was supposed to be a New Year's resolution to start a TikTok, but there was something about Christmas that I wanted to rant about, and I felt it really only fit in a TikTok. So I just started my TikTok account early. I've heard a lot of great things about TikTok in terms of growth, specifically for makeup people. And I am so slow when it comes to social media and hopping on the bandwagon of new social media. I didn't even have an Instagram until I was already an adult, when I remember people talking about Instagram as early as my freshman year of high school. So, I figure with TikTok, growth is really good right now. I'm not gonna miss the train the way I did with Instagram and even YouTube. I'm not gonna say it's completely a regret, but there has always been a part of me that wonders what would have happened if I had started my YouTube channel when I was younger. Technically, the earliest I probably could have started YouTube was when I got my first smartphone at 14. How much farther I would be along now if I had started YouTube much younger, because I just feel so old starting my YouTube channel. I must have been 19, 20. But I'm also slightly glad I didn't start my YouTube channel when I was younger, because I whenever I look back at my videos before I got this new phone, the quality is just not there. The quality is really bad. As good as this camera currently is, my parents still won't let me get my own camera, because there is still a part of me that wants my own camera for when I'm an actor and I need to do self-tapes, especially if I get to New York City and things are still remote, sending in auditions. Having an actual camera would be helpful as opposed to just using my phone. Although the phone's not bad. It's passable. But if my video was bad on my sort of second newest smartphone, how bad would the footage have been on my very first smartphone, which I don't remember the model. It was not an iPhone. It was a cheap LG smartphone. But yeah, it'll always be one of those things I'll wonder and I'll never know, and that's okay. But yeah, in my goals, there seems to be a recurring theme of getting old. And I don't know, whether or not I'm old is subjective. I know there's a bunch of younger people, teenagers or preteens, who found me through my Winx Club video, who are gonna be yeah, you're in your 20s, you're old, why are you still living at home? And then sort of the audience I had before that Winx Club video are actually generally older than me. I've noticed a lot of people who found me from other videos that are not the Winx Club video are sort of early 20s, more my age, to mid to late 20s, and they'll probably be you're not old, what are you talking about? Hello, spoilers for my makeup look, but I forgot to talk about my writing goals for 2021. So if you watched my NaNoWriMo series this year, you'll know I did not win NaNoWriMo, and I got something 6,000 words in my NaNoWriMo project out of the 10,000 I wanted to get. Well, funny enough, I actually am at 10,000 words for my NaNoWriMo project right now, and my goal for 2021 for my NaNoWriMo project is to finish the first draft of this project. I'm going to have to find another name for this project other than just the 2020 NaNoWriMo project, so if you have any suggestions, let me know. But I do want to finish this draft in 2021. I don't know how many words I'm really aiming for. I know that a typical novel is around 60,000 to I think 75,000 words. It varies, but that's the average. And I am